Do you spend hours each week creating Instagram content, but you're still not getting the sales and the wins that you see everyone and their mom sharing to their feed? It's really rough, but there's usually just a few simple changes you need to make to get there, and I'm going to help you. You are closer than you think. You can find the exact gaps that you have in your Instagram strategy, the gaps that are holding you back from getting clients from your content with my free Find and Fix the Gaps in Your Instagram Strategy quiz. All you have to do is take 5 minutes to fill out the quiz and you'll get the exact roadmap you need to start getting sales from your Instagram content. Get your copy of the quiz at sociallyyours.biz/findandfixed. All spelled out, all one word, find and fixed, or check the link in the show notes. If marketing your online business on Instagram feels like a full-time job, that's not actually your full-time job. I'm about to make your life so much easier. Today, we're going to cut through the noise, and I'm going to tell you how to stop overcomplicating Instagram and focus on what actually matters so you can save time, lower those stress levels, and finally see results. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery Podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom's schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. I think it's really easy to fall into this trap of just massively overthinking Instagram. Because I know it's very easy to fall into the trap of spending too much time on it. And then you spend so much time on it and you see so much information of, oh, use this trending reel, try these 5 viral hooks, use these tips and tricks. And you save a whole bunch of stuff and you totally mean to use it all, but you end up overcomplicating it, overthinking it, and maybe even end up really overwhelmed and you do nothing at all. We see stuff like you got to post every day or maybe even 3 times a day to stay visible. So we force it even when we have nothing to say, stressing over having like the perfectly curated carousel or some magic formula that's going to somehow unlock a flood of sales for you. And if we're being honest, it just puts way too much pressure on ourselves to get everything perfect. Like, there's no need to spend an hour on Canva creating one post. There's no need to second guess a caption until you've edited it into oblivion. Like, absolutely not. We do not have time for this. If anything, we need less overwhelm in our lives. So let's simplify this as much as we can. It's no wonder Instagram feels overwhelming when we're doing all that. As mom business owners who already have a million things to do, we definitely need less overwhelm, not more. Because all that overthinking and overwhelm does not somehow make Instagram more effective. It just makes your life more stressful. And no one wants that. Success on Instagram is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. So I want to break down how to let go of all that unnecessary stuff and focus on what actually works. Instagram overwhelm is super common. And I don't want that to be your life. Like, you're already juggling your kids, their school schedules, their holiday breaks, those random sick days that tend to be popping up this time of year, and everything else in your life. Instagram should not feel just like another time suck for you. So I want to let you in on a secret. You don't have to do all the things on Instagram to make sales. You really don't. The bulk of my sales comes from Instagram, and I don't show up every day. I don't even post stories every day. I don't post to my feed every day. You don't see me hopping on every trend. I do some because they're fun, but not everyone. What you do need to do is have a strategy for sure, which you can learn about in the previous episode where I break down the 5 steps to sales on Instagram strategy. But when you're able to stop overcomplicating Instagram and focus on what actually matters, like connecting with your audience, and creating intentional content for your online business, you're not only going to get more sales and see better results, but you will also have a lot less stress and a lot more time. So let's talk about how to make that happen. The first thing I want to tell you is stop trying to please the algorithm. It's not out to get you. It's not working against you. It's just a system that responds to what you give it. If you're constantly chasing trends or trying to hack it, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Appeasing the algorithm isn't going to magically make you sales. Like, you can hop on every trend trying to go viral and get more reach, and that is all well and good, but that doesn't magically translate to sales. Instead of focusing on these things that might get you reach with the wrong audience, you could be spending your time and focusing on something that's actually going to lead to sales, like nurturing your audience, building that connection and that trust so they actually want to buy from you. Stop having the goal of vanity metrics when your real goal should be actionable metrics. The second thing I wanted you to focus on is quality over quantity. Having intentional posts that guide your followers down the customer journey so they actually turn into paying clients and customers is so much more important for your online business than posting every day just for consistency or visibility's sake. You do not need to post every day to stay relevant. Posting every day does not guarantee results, but posting intentionally does. So if you want to post every day, if you have a bunch of ideas ready to go that follow a strategy that gets you sales, absolutely, go for it. Live your life, live your truth. But if you're struggling and just throwing things up there just to have something on your feed, take a step back. It's okay. You don't have to do that. It saves a ton of time and it lets me focus more on that intention piece so that I can make sure that I am doing the right things and guiding people and fostering that connection, building that trust so that people are actually buying instead of just throwing up stuff to throw up stuff. I don't have time to waste. I have 3 little kids that are home with me during the day that are very high need, and hard pass. Consistency doesn't mean doing more. It means showing up in a way that works for you and your audience. The third thing I want you to keep in mind is Instagram is not about quick wins. You're playing the long game here. You're not going to build a business off of one viral post. You're making sure you have the right followers, building those connections and those relationships that happen that actually help you get the sales. It takes time. Building that trust, it takes time. So reframe your expectations. You're not creating content just for today. You're building a foundation for lasting success. So when you get a small win, like someone DMing you about a post or commenting, like just having a really good comment on your post, celebrate that. Celebrate the heck out of that. That's great. Those moments are proof that your strategy is working. Not every post is going to get you sales, but when you have a solid strategy in place, and you're working on each of those steps, you're making sure that when you do promote, you're going to have sales, which is great. That is the consistency for your business. And that comes from understanding that you're playing the long game here, especially on social media where people are just bombarded with so much marketing and so many ads all the time. It takes a while to be able to get the sale, and that's totally fine. Adjust your expectations, don't get down on yourself, and celebrate those small wins, because they're not as small as you think. All right, so those 3 main things to stop overthinking Instagram were: number 1, stop trying to please the algorithm. You want actionable metrics, not vanity metrics. Number 2, focus on quality over quantity. Posting intentionally matters so much more than posting often. And number 3 was to play the long game. Small, consistent actions add up to big results. You don't have to do more to see results and to see the sales. You just have to do the right things. You have to make sure you're posting intentionally to guide your audience down customer journey, but you don't have to post every day to do it. You don't have to go viral to do it. Focus on the things that are actually going to help your business and in a way that works with your life and your schedule. And take a step back and remember, it takes time. You're doing great just as you are. If Instagram has been feeling like more of a time suck than a tool lately, it's time to make a change. And these are the 3 things I want you to think about when you're doing that. Start small, pick one thing to simplify. Maybe it's posting fewer times. Maybe it's letting go of trends that don't feel right for your business. Maybe it's focusing less on what other people are posting and hopping on those trends and focusing on your own customer journey and what you can do to guide your followers down that. Pick one clear goal for yourself and your content and just focus on that. And I would love it if you sent me a DM on Instagram. My handle is @socially.yours.strategist, and tell me what you're letting go of this week to simplify your strategy. I would love to hear it and to cheer you on. Thank you so much for listening to Mompreneur Mastery, Simple Instagram Strategy for Busy Moms. If you were listening to this episode and found yourself nodding along, I would love it if you would find me on Instagram and send me a message telling me your biggest takeaway. My handle is @socially.yours.strategist. And don't forget to grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar so that you know exactly what to post to get more comments without spending hours brainstorming Instagram post ideas. You can get it at sociallyyours.biz/content-calendar or head to the link in the show notes.